But no, it's got to be your bowl.
My bowl?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
Maybe I fucked it up.
understand. Damn it.
I don't know.
Oh, hey everybody, how we doing? My name is Mitty80,
Chief.
and welcome into ADH Dads, episode 9. Episode 9,
Woo-wee.
baby. Guys, we're making it, man.
Give me 9.
It's welcome in again, everybody who's listened before, or welcome back everyone who's listened before. Welcome in to all the new people. Welcome in. Thanks for clicking on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys can find some entertainment here. Dude, thinking about it, like God, we've talked about stuff for 8 episodes, and then I sit down, it's like, what do we want to talk about today?
But see, that's the beauty in it. We don't know where this train's going.
Dude,
We're just going to bring up
the
stuff.
journey.
I mean,
It's all about
yeah,
the journey.
exactly. Yeah. It's not about the destination.
It's
the
about the journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure someday we'll have to actually write this shit down.
Yeah. I feel like
Take it seriously. But
how many episodes before we start repeating ourselves, do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't say.
Or like
Odds
touching
are we're
on
gonna.
the same
Yeah, we're
topics?
probably. But hopefully, we'll be on it where we'll be like, "Hey, you already talked about that." Or like, well, no, just be like, "Yeah, I think you said that before." See, that's the nice way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you told me. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
So, but yeah, no, we've been. We're gonna go through. We're gonna try to get some more content out for you guys. Just to play it up a little bit. I mean, we did a lot of kind of prep work and videos prior to our first one.
Yep.
Kind of testing
absolutely.
out cameras and stuff, and so we got we've been putting together some
It
clips.
looks like it's like split.
Cool.
Yeah, we're putting together some
clips for you
clips to
guys.
kind of just throw up clips from the podcast. If you guys have seen
But
the
they're
podcast
like,
before,
they're like the lost levels.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
essentially, they're gonna be like boop boop boop.
Yeah.
We could take like
It's gonna be
the
boop, boop,
beginning,
boop, 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 boop.
boom, dude. If you do that in front of Mavis, she'll just be like, eyes get all big, she starts dancing. It's funny, but
Sorry.
no, you're good, dude. I've been fighting this little cold lately. This last
winning?
week.
Who's winning?
I don't know. It depends on the day. I feel like I'm winning these last couple days, but dude, it was kicking my ass. It was one of those. It was like just an all sinus thing, and it was nothing where I couldn't function. But I would get up and it just felt like an anvil was just squishing my face, and I was like, oh my god, I just couldn't get rid of the sinus pressure.
Yeah.
But that's gone now, and now it's just like
Pressure.
it's just draining,
Yeah.
So I apologize to everybody if I'm a little nasally,
Well,
you
you are Jewish, so
Oh, that's what it is, huh?
it's more of a genetic
Yeah.
thing.
But yeah, no man, dude, how are you doing?
Fucking, I'm tired.
No, hang on.
I'm tired.
How are you, man?
How am
I'm not asking like in this moment. Like, how are you?
How am I? I'm alive.
You're alive.
I'm alive.
I feel like no one ever really just asks us, like, dude, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, not take out everything.
Will they
else,
give you
like,
the? Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'm all right. But like, how are you?
Are you trying to like Goodwill Hunting me right now?
Dude,
Like,
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. Hey,
Hey,
it's not your fault.
stop it, man. Stop it, man.
No, I'm just saying how you doing, man. Like,
It was such. It was crazy crying. It was a great movie.
no, really good movie. Really good movie.
No, I'm good. I'm just tired.
Just tired.
I mean, my wife, she's tired a little bit more.
Yeah, I get it. Women.
Yeah, women. But yeah, so so I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's your news to tell. It's not my
So
news.
we got some new news in the house. My wife and I are expecting our 3rd child. So golf clap. It is going to be a baby boy.
Midi, right?
That's in the air.
It's definitely
But
on the
yeah,
table.
so we'll be expecting here in the first week in October.
Congratulations,
so,
man.
yeah,
That's
thanks,
exciting.
man. It's been good. Dad again.
Let's do it, right?
After the first 2, if you don't really probably care anymore, but
So excited for us.
yeah, it's gonna be great. Can't wait to introduce him to his other dad.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, no, it's my wife's just 3rd time around. She's just way more exhausted, way more tired, hungry for
We're hoping on no
Dumb
early birds
shit.
this time, right?
Huh?
No early birds this time, right?
no early birds.
Knock
Oh my
on wood.
goodness, yeah.
I mean,
I don't
I
think
think
we-
this is wood, but
I don't think we played that one. We didn't play that second half of that.
yeah, we
delivery
didn't do the
stories,
second half of the
But
kids'
yeah,
stories.
we'll get there. But yeah, no, it's yeah. So we're just kind of And our kids, of course, are 5 and 4 now, so they're starting to like talk way more, have more questions, a little bit more independent, but still like literally sitting there like, Dad. I'm like, yeah, bud, what's up, Dad, because he didn't hear me. So then, Dad. I
just want to tell you something,
dude.
I just want to tell you something.
And then he'll just be like, I didn't poop my face, and then he runs away, and you're like,
I'm never
getting that back. And I'm like, I could be sleeping right now. So no, but that's just been kind of the tiresome thing, and just kind of then of course studying for my stuff, and then so it's just busy life. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm here with you. We're good. How are you, man?
Nobody's asked me that in a really long time.
So, I mean, get you a little robe.
No, I'm okay. I'm alright, I'm okay. Life has its ups and downs, but no, I think I'm okay, I think.
I mean, I'm doing you'll find out.
I'm doing it.
We're here.
Yeah.
No, but life has been good. It's just it's exciting, but then of course, I think part of it too is like it's starting to get really nice out. So like yesterday was out like all day in the sun, which I haven't done forever. So I was like 6 hours outside.
The sun's out all day, but I ain't going out there negative 23.
So it's like I'm just like super tired from that, which is it's good, but it's still tiredness. And then like you said, I think I don't have anything yet, but I know when this starts to kind of go away, I'm going to start getting some allergy stuff. And
speaking about the sun, one thing that really, what's one thing that really just pisses me off? Like, I mean, just grinds my gears, right? I wonder who's
going to win this one. You or the sun?
No, like, so temperature apps. They just piss me off, man. Dude, it'll be like, so hey, it's 24 degrees outside, but the real feel is -2.
Then just say it's that.
If it really feels like it's -2, it's -2.
But then there's people out there and be like, well, it's the ambient temperature of like what this is. It's like, no.
Factor in the wind chill and the...
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to, like if you open your fridge, right? And let's say you have a cool one, you can set it to 38 degrees. It's like typical temperature of a fridge. And you're like, all right, 38 degrees, that's what temperature I want. And then I open it, it's 38 degrees every time. I mean, the fan comes in, whatever, but it's keeping that homeostasis, right? I just expect that out there. So like you said, if it goes, like I look in the weather and they're like, oh, it's 33, feels like 19. And I'm like, well, then it's fucking 19 now. It's right. Has nothing to do, because I'm thinking above freezing and sunny, like, oh, I could wear shorts and maybe a short sweatshirt outside. And then they're like, oh no, it's 19, it's dry. And then like you can't even windy. You can't get your breath.
I think that isn't it. Is that they just like account for like the temperature just under the sun, right? Not including wind chill and everything like that.
It's got to be like in a bubble. Like because if you just cut a piece of the sky out, this is what the temperature is
without the wind, right? Because once they factor in the wind, but I mean, it just really bugs me, man. Because like I said, it's so deceiving, right? Because
then I feel like you'll get like you'll look, it's like 33, and you look back, it's 25, and then you look back, it's like 27. You're like, all right, 21. You're like, okay, this is ridiculous.
It just bugs me, man. Just put. Don't make me have to search for the real feel.
Or split the difference. Be like the average temperature today.
Yeah, average temperature. Yeah, it's gonna be right, around here.
I can wrap 5 plus or minus.
Yeah, I can do that. Give or take. That I mean,
I'm not going out going.
This is always just something that really bugs me.
Off.
Just always bugs me. Like if it really feels like it, just put it as the temperature.
Yeah.
Right? Like what are we? Like who are we trying to impress here?
I know. And then and I just don't. I mean, I get that they study and they get certified or whatever the hell they do, but like the snowstorms that were coming, you could go to 5. We'd go to the National Weather Service, we'd do the local KARE 11, we'd do like all this stuff. I have like 3 or 4 of them, weather.com, AccuWeather, all these things, and every one of them could not tell us how much snow we were getting. One would be 3 to 6, one was 7 to 8, one was 9 to 21, and I'm like, what the fuck, and then like that guy's watching that one. We're gonna get 25. We're gonna get 2 feet of snow, and I'm like, nah, it's only gonna be 8. And it's like that's a huge difference.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
That's not like
100%.
That's not like you're out there and be like, nah, we got 6 instead of 7. Like, come on, man.
No, yeah, you got to keep the range big though, so then you can be like, well, it was in the range.
But then just go like, it's gonna snow today.
Literally.
Like, how much? Man, it's just enough.
That's another thing too. Like we have an Alexa upstairs, and like I'll always ask her like, hey, how much snow today are we gonna get today? It's gonna snow today.
Yeah.
at noon. I'm like, I know
That's what I was
how
thinking.
much snow are we gonna get? You can expect snow at noon.
Absolutely.
I'm like, God damn it.
That's what I mean. That's Ollie from Family Guy. That's the one that I would want.
It's raining sideways.
It's gonna rain. Thanks, Ollie. And then just right back to your day. Like, that's all I gotta know. Is it gonna sun, rain, snow? What's it gonna be like? Okay, I'll
Did
deal
you
with
say
the rest.
sun is a
I
verb?
know,
Is it gonna
I
sun
know.
today? Guys, I'm just really
You
curious.
got me earlier with the sun thing. I knew after I said it, thought I'd continue.
No, but I get what you're saying. No, yeah, like
Yes.
I saw the last blizzard that we got. So you looked at the maps and it was like yellow, red, and then like purple, right?
Yeah.
And like purple was a really bad one. And yeah, I saw anywhere between 3 and like 20, I think 8 inches or something. They
Yeah.
said we were gonna get, which I'll tell you, we got the heavier end, like where we were, right? But I didn't get no. I wish we would have only got 3 inches.
That's what I'm saying. That was a difference of 25 inches there. So
But
like,
3 inches of
like
snow.
that's way different.
3 inches is a lot of snow. Like let's not, sugarcoat it. Right? That's a massive amount of snow.
That's average.
Like,
I mean, really.
I mean,
in North
definitely
America,
probably
in North
bigger
America,
than
that's an
average,
average
you know?
size in North America is 3.5 inches.
I
Absolutely.
mean, so
absolutely.
yeah. That was a huge amount of snow either way. But
Yeah.
like you would think with the way technology goes, they'd be able to like really narrow it down and be like, okay, yeah, realistically,
Or just, I mean, let's just normalize it though. I mean, let's just say, let's just normalize 3.5 being
3.5 is massive.
just being enough.
It's enough. Oh man,
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I don't know. I was just gonna bring up like, could you go to Subway and order a 3.5 inch sub?
And I guarantee you, 8 out of 10 people you ask that at the thing, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
They'll laugh. They'll laugh a little bit, and they'll look at you, and you'll just be sitting there staring at them as you
Just-
single tear. And you're like, it's fine. I'll have a salad.
Have the salad. Dude, you know what? One thing I haven't done in a while, gone to a movie. Right? Haven't gone to the movies in a while, and we actually got a couple coming out that I'm super pumped to actually see.
Yeah. No.
The new John Wick movie. I really want to go and see that.
Have you seen all the other ones?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Have you?
Yes, I
Very
have them
good.
upstairs. Yeah, I
You
have.
just you're giving off a vibe as if you haven't, but
How are they
love-
giving up a
I
vibe that I
love-
haven't? No, dude, those movies were amazing.
you're maniacally smiling at me.
Because I'm just really happy to be around you.
Yes. But no,
It's the journey we're on. Just
yeah.
just enjoy it.
dude, Wick though.
Yeah, John Wick 4. I didn't realize it was like coming out. I knew it was coming out, but I was just like, holy smokes, like it's out.
Well, and rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Yep.
He I can't remember his name in the show. It's
He was the guy at the bellhop.
yeah, he's a concierge.
Oh, yeah,
He's,
that- yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what his
he's got a
name
cool
is.
name too, and I can't think of it.
Well,
But
just-
anyway, I mean, obviously that, but Zavala for, what was it, 12 years? 15 years that he was Zavala for Destiny? I mean, that's a voice that was, because I was a Titan, so, like, obviously he's a soldier and he had other things, but, like, he was, like, our guy. He was the voice you had on every mission. He was, so, yeah, rest in peace, man. At 60, dude. Fucking.
That's crazy.
And they say natural causes. The guy was a pretty healthy dude. Or he seemed like that way, like
Yeah,
there's nothing else. I mean, usually after a week, somebody comes out and like, well, he's been struggling with stage 3 cancer. You're like, oh, okay. Chadwick Boseman. Son of a bitch. I'm still upset about that. It's been years. But yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I mean, personal stuff. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. What
And
other,
then,
well, D&D one.
D&D one's coming out. That one just looks funny. I saw a clip for that, and I was the 5-question clip where he's like, you have 5 questions, or he asked him,
Yeah.
he's like, does that count as a question? Yes. Oh,
Yes.
what the?
No,
and I
that's
didn't
not
know
one
that.
of
That's
That counts? Yep.
Yeah. Why? Did
He
you
goes
ask him
back
that?
down. He's like, dig up another body.
Dude, that
But,
just looks good. And
yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's because we played D&D a
Mhm.
lot, And then the other one, the Mario movie. I'm pretty pumped to just kind of see how
Oh,
it
hang
turns
on.
out.
On the D&D one, did you tell your wife she's not coming with us?
Well, we haven't even set a day for it.
Well, I know, but when we do.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Because, of course, we wanted to do it as our D&D group. And then he's like, oh, yeah, my wife's coming. And we're like, no, she's not. She's like, that's not how that works.
What if she plays next Tuesday? What if she plays this Tuesday?
If she would, yeah, if she would play.
If she
or-
plays, then she's part of the group.
yeah, that's fine. It's that easy.
Well, we'll have to lay down the law.
There's a reason why my
set
wife is not coming.
stipulations.
But no, anyway.
That movie looks really
It
funny.
looks really funny, and I heard that they actually played. There was a campaign that they did it for. I don't know how long it went, but they played their characters that they play in the movie. They actually played a D&D.
So they're
campaign.
playing their characters like in real life. Dude,
That's awesome.
what if we did something
I
like
would
that?
love to watch that.
What if we did something like that? Where, like in the backyard, we could like film it,
Yeah.
like Joe's telling the story, and then we just like hand action.
I mean, it would be funny, but I'd like to do it on like the next camp, like another camp.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're too far into
we're
this campaign.
way too far.
So you haven't DM'd yet, like for our group, essentially.
Don't lead this
Is that-
up.
is that
Don't,
coming-
No,
is that
Joe
coming
already,
up?
Joe
Are
already,
you gonna-
Joe already fucking told me.
I think you should.
Don't-
You
not-
totally
don't
should.
even-
Joe's talking to Joe.
No,
he said
see,
he's
this
almost
is
done.
what we call leading the witness, because I already know from our the third party that's not here that he said, "Oh, Ben and I talked about it, and you're DMing the next one."
Didn't I?
Yeah, so you're a little like, have you ever thought
Well, no, I'm
of
just saying,
potentially
dude.
DMing?
Dude, you know how much
Is that-
havoc you could wreak?
Is there any interest that you have?
You could literally be like 12 damage. It's like my character only has 12 health. Yeah, and now you're dead.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck.
like you could do that.
Well, and that's what I was thinking. Like, I'll just make it the quickest campaign ever.
No, but I don't know. I do enjoy being a player. I enjoy it a lot because I think there's a lot more like prep work and stuff like that goes into being a DM.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
so it's
everything.
it's like a lot of prep and everything that goes into that. But I think, I don't know. Part of it though about being a DM is like, I don't know, your ADHD brain can just literally be like, oh, and now
See
we're
that?
here.
Yeah, but that is fun. Like making up stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's really fun to do. It's just getting the world set. I don't know how to set up like the way all the spells and shit work. I still don't understand, like, oh, I cast that at 3rd level instead of 1st level, and like that. I don't understand how that
It's
works.
just you add extra die. I mean, like you know,
I'm a fighter. I just,
I just keep hitting.
I
stuff.
run up and just smash things. And
Yeah,
that's,
I don't know. I do enjoy it because, like I said, I've only done a couple of campaigns, you know, like one shots and stuff like that. And then I had one that I was starting that kind of fell off because of life events and stuff. But I think it's pretty fun. If you guys have never played
Which
D&D,
one
I
did
think
you
you
do?
should. Which one?
which one were you?
I did the one where you guys started in the jail, and you had to make your way through the sewers. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
came
yeah,
out,
yeah,
and then
yep,
you made
yep.
it to the town, and then yeah, there's a lot of prep work, and then like especially if you're doing it kind of like off the cuff, like you create everything, like create the story and stuff. You're not reading a book, you're writing the book essentially, you know.
Well, and I got really into that one of doing the Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're going to be the Lacers,
Mhm.
I think is what they're called. I bought it. Andy didn't have to buy it. Fucking awesome. But I bought it. So I have all the information for that. I just got to sit down and like go through it.
And just
but-
do it because they have the stories in that book, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I believe they have like the overarching story to it. But they have all the background stuff on like classes and things. But that was the other thing, is that if we're going to do it through D&D Beyond, all the tabletop stuff we use, well, then I would have to manually input all of those things.
yeah,
So it's like,
that's true.
I would rather just do a regular one then. That way, like, we have all the literature already there and it's set up for
We
that.
could just do like a tabletop one here. I cleaned off the diorama.
I see that. Very happy today.
It's not finished. It's just put in a box. And
I
then
don't
talking
give
to
a
my
sh-
wife,
I
she
don't
goes,
give a fuck
she
if
goes,
it ever gets finished. I'm just
"You
glad it's
know,
off the table.
I don't think I'm ever gonna finish that one. Like,
I'm glad we bought it.
well, I didn't buy it. She did. You know, I guess whatever floats her boat. You know, But yeah, no, DMing's fun. If you guys haven't ever played D&D, I would suggest trying it. Like,
Yes.
just get a group of friends, and all you got to have is like one person who knows what they're doing. Essentially, the
Yeah.
more that know, the better. But like, it's fun, man. It's like you're playing a game. You know, essentially.
Let me. And like, you can just pick up one of these. We're not sponsored by this in any way,
It's
but
like $15-20.
it's like $15-20 at your local Target and many other shops.
Yeah.
But this will have already predetermined people.
Characters made already,
Yep.
and it's got like the book in there to tell you the whole story. You go to the back, there's the book of monsters in the back of it. It comes with a set of dice.
Yep.
The little cover thing for the DM,
And it walks you through everything.
like how to do it, and you know.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing about being a DM is getting the players to go somewhere without like being like.
Well, and that's
"No,
where
you're
like,
going straight."
and that's where here, like, you know the map, but you might not have a map for them to play off of. But like, you have the map in mind. So then, as long as you could like follow the map yourself, you could just be like, all right, it's a dark tunnel.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yep.
What do I see? Oh, I see a wall. You can go right or left, and just make them choose. That way you can kind of narrow it. But then, you could have an asshole friend with you play and just tell you, "Oh, I run through the cave till I find people." It's only my first time.
Who did that?
That was you.
I did that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was Gnomeguard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I was like, all right, this one winds over this way. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to keep running through the tunnels till I find somebody. And I'm like, no. Because that's what you want to do is like, stop. But yeah, anyway, no, it's really fun. It's, and it like walks you through beginner stuff. Because then after beginner stuff, then you can start getting into like...
The more advanced, like leveling up, things like that you do with your character.
Because then it gets more fun once you get the basics down. Because you're gonna, as a player, you're gonna want to just be like, okay, like you want to actually finish the game and play the game. Whereas like when you've done it like we have, now it's like because you've already done so many things, you could be like, oh, I'm gonna take a rock and I'm gonna throw it at that thing, or you know, like I still will never forget Jack's thing, where he'd pick as he's walking through town. It was like we just started, we got to the first town. And he goes, yeah, so as I walk through town, he's like, what does it look like? And the DM explained, like, oh, well, you know, there's signs everywhere that have, like, different arrows pointing everywhere.
And
he just immediately is like, all right, well, as we're walking through town, I am just nonchalantly changing every one of these signs. I am just picking it up and turning it and putting it back in the ground, so I'm messing everybody's day up. And I thought that was the funniest fucking thing to just randomly do in a game. And the DM didn't like that. But
I mean, like that.
It was really funny.
Yeah, that's
and
one
I
of those
laughed
things.
very hard at that. But yeah, no, it's a good game though. It's great to play. Storytelling. We did a one shot with the kids.
Yeah, I actually did I came up with it like off the cuff.
Yeah.
And just obviously like the kids aren't gonna understand, you know, their characters and fighters and stuff. So like I just give them like, hey, you're name yourself, and Ollie was like, I'm Ollie. You know, I'm like, all right, and Jackson's like, I'm Ollie, and it's like, are you Ollie? No, I'm Jackson. Okay, cool. You know, and they play themselves and like, okay, you have this to attack, this to attack, this to attack. You know, this is what you do, and then they went into town.
Made it like a Mario.
Yeah,
world,
I turned it into like a whole Mario themed thing, where then they went through the couple rooms. They were trying to get to the princess because they heard a loud boom. You know, and then they.
But the coolest thing about it was like, all right, so you have a sword. And then you're like, okay, it's whatever you attack gets +3.
Yeah,
right?
and I give it like hammer is +4 to a hit, a sword is +2, and then if you just want to punch him, I'll give you a +1, And I had them roll the dice, and they had to add it up themselves.
Exactly.
And then I rolled their HP for them. I'm like, okay, this is how much health you guys have. You have 12, you have 10, and you have 11, or whatever it was. And remember your health. You have to do the math on it. So.
And it was just basic arithmetic, but adding, subtracting, and so it was nice to.
Oh yeah, and they got into it.
Yeah, they did.
They had fun. And then and then they get to the Bowser fight, and Bowser beats him and steals the princess, and Toad is like, "Oh my gosh, the princess is in another castle!" And then to be continued. And I think they had a lot of fun with it. They were.
I think I played a pimp, didn't I?
Yeah, you were trying. You just came in like, "I'm gonna slap you, Bowser."
Yeah. I'm a pimp. Of course, I'm doing all these references.
Stuff that only we would understand, but.
No, and they're like, hit him with your stick again. I'm like, that's my pimp stick.
That's my pimp cane.
My pimp cane.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. No, they really enjoyed it. I know they enjoyed themselves. But
yeah, no. So that movie, and then kind of segue. Well, you were already talking about it. But
the Mario movie.
The Mario movie.
Yeah, my kids are excited to see that one. Well, kid is excited. And, this will be the first like movie we ever bring him to.
Ever
like in the
theater. In the theater. Yeah.
Right, we got to figure out. I think.
COVID babies, we didn't go anywhere.
I think Brianne's sister's gonna watch Mavis, so we're gonna dump the baby there and then head over to the theaters.
Just throw her out the window.
Yeah, be like, here she is.
There you go. Like he's delivering paper.
Yeah, right.
But
the baby just 100 points. Just kidding.
Yay! But no, we're in so. We got tickets already. I think it's going to be on release day.
Next week, right? Yeah, next week. It's April.
Next week, yeah.
Yep, April 5th or whatever. Yep.
So we're going to go and...
We're going to go and do that, and so...
It'll be fun. I think it'll be...
Yeah, I'm excited
I hope they like it.
Yeah, I mean... For the previews I've seen, it looks kind of funny, right? And like I said, I haven't gone to the movies in a long time.
Well, it's just the only thing, with them going to such a big environment, it's like, and then... Of course, it might be louder, and it might be,
Yeah.
it's loud noises. It's very, very bright, and then they got to sit there for a fucking hour and a half. Which my son, I don't think is gonna have an issue.
It's Arya.
My daughter's gonna be very. She
I
likes
think
to kick her legs all the time.
I think Ollie will just be like,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
you know,
exactly.
eating popcorn and whatnot. So we're going to the nice theater over here too.
Yeah.
So that's
It's gonna be super nice.
these are the nice ones. They it's called the Alamo. It's like a dinner and a movie kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
you can order
Like-
like food there.
You have to buy your specific seat. Yeah, and you can order stuff as you're watching the movie, and they'll come to you. They have a very strict, which is awesome. Obviously not for kids, but they have a very strict like annoyance. Like if somebody's on their phone
Mm-hmm.
or if somebody's being loud or something, you can literally write down on a piece of paper like, "Hey, the person in that seat over there, like won't stop taking pictures or won't stop be on their phone," and you just give it to them, and then. Or that person's being really loud, or that, and they will literally go ask them like once or twice, and if not, they'll kick you out of the theater.
That's
And
crazy.
I'm like, that is amazing, because I hate, like, I can deal with it, but like I hate it when people are fucking making noises and shit. And you're trying to watch the movie, and
oh shit!
you just
you
hear
gonna
somebody like,
die.
"I bet you that's the other guy, huh?" And you're like, "We're not in your living room,
Yeah, right. Like
Sarah." Jesus.
we might as well
Anyway.
be. No.
Yeah, no, but it should be. It should
Yeah,
be
it
good.
should be really good.
I think it'd be funny. I
I
was really excited. There's a lot of people that are kind of against the Chris Pratt thing doing it, but I'm
yeah,
like,
because he didn't change his voice. You know?
no, he does. He does
He's like, it's me, Mario.
no,
Very just-
he does the Isami. Like he does the kind of a little.
Yeah, but I heard like that was one of the biggest criticisms is like,
Well, it's never gonna be the guy that.
no. Yeah.
Although he does voice some of the stuff in it.
Oh, does he?
I think his name is like, he was like Hans or something. Some guy from Germany, I think. But the guy who does the hoopa, he does all those things. And apparently he's credited in the movie, so he must say some of the stuff or whatever. But yes, for 30 years, the guy that we heard, yeah, okay. It's like when everybody made a big deal that Buzz Lightyear movie was Chris Evans, and it wasn't fucking, oh my god,
Not
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
was it Tim Allen?
Yeah,
Did he
Tim
do?
Allen.
Yeah,
Tim
he
Allen.
did. Did he?
Yeah.
Did he do?
He did Buzz like the entire
Oh
time.
yeah, because I'm thinking Woody. Woody was
Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, yeah.
Tom
So, like,
Hanks. Tom
So
Hanks,
Tim
yeah.
Allen did it for
Yep, you're right.
30 years, and then they just come out with this whole thing that they even said in the thing. It comes out like this is the movie that Andy went to before the first Toy Story, so they like kind of set it completely on its own, and they're just like, well, it's not Tim Allen. You're like, okay, well, he's like 70 now, so
Yeah,
like I mean,
Maybe he didn't want to do it. Maybe.
give it another 30 years, and they want to redo all these things. Everybody's gonna be dead. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's so annoying.
That kinda comes
It's
to,
just
like-
like just remember it and be like, just remember for what it is.
Well, that kind of comes back to what we talked about kind of last, like the people like immortalizing, like they're going to be around forever essentially, right? Like, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think, But yeah, like there'll be new voice actors, new
Yeah.
TV shows, new.
Well, that was a funny thing. You talk about Tom Hanks. I was watching that thing. Almost, I think he only did 3 of the movies, or like a majority of the work
Mm-hmm.
for voicing. Otherwise, all the toys, TV shows, all the other things, it's Tom Hanks' brother.
Yeah, I
He
did
said
see
they
that
sound
because he
enough
wanted,
alike that, yeah.
and he wanted to give him some work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's like, and they sound like identical. So
Mhm.
almost, he's like, yeah, majority of the stuff you hear now is his brother, not Tom.
Yep. Who did? Because didn't you do like the video games and the
Yeah.
all
Everything
the,
else.
all the toys?
But
and
he
that
does
stuff.
all
Yeah.
the stuff, and you're like, okay, like who
Yeah.
cares? Who
Right.
cares? It
You know?
doesn't. I mean, yeah. But no, anyway, I think it'll be pretty good. I like that. Is it Key? Yeah, Key is Toad.
Yep. hmm
And,
Jack Black is Bowser, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Charlie Day is Luigi.
Yep.
So like, just those alone, if they did like a dress up, just like did that would be hilarious.
What about
Just watch
Pedro Pascal?
Well,
Like,
that
he could be,
yeah.
it's a me,
It's
Mario. Also, if you guys
That-
haven't seen that SNL
Oh
skit,
my god!
oh dude,
If that was an actual movie,
I would
I'd
watch
love to
it.
see
I'd
that.
watch the show. Yeah, I'd watch all 9
like
episodes.
a
or whatever.
post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic Mario, where Mario's
Bingo.
got to deliver the princess
Oh.
over Rainbow Road. Yeah, it was funny. That was a good skit. That's probably one of my favorite skits.
The Toad or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's a, He's like,
What is that?
it's a shell. He's like, you can dodge it.
I'm bisexual.
Yeah. Not that part. I was talking about. But he's like, you can dodge it. It's a red shell. And he's
Yeah.
like, boom.
Just went. Yeah,
He's
that's
like, I'm
pretty
Toad. He's like, I'm Yoshi.
I'm bisexual. You're like,
What the? What does that have to do with anything? Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like, just, oh, that was funny. That was funny.
no, that was a really good one. But no, speaking of that, we just ended also with Pedro. We just ended. I think. Did we talk about the last episode?
No, we didn't. I think.
I don't think we talked about the last. I think the last one was coming out.
No, we had just finished
The
it, but I don't
last
think we mentioned it. I think every
Oh.
time we try to talk about The Last of Us, like we get sidetracked. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's actually a pretty good show.
It's a great
I think
show,
it's a
yeah.
better show if you've played the game. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I guess I can't say that. Like because I obviously played the game and then watched it, and I think maybe if you watch the show without playing the game, it probably would be better. Because for me, I critiqued a lot of it.
And that's the thing. Like, you got to remember, a game's a game, and a show's a show. So, like, if you think about it, if you played the game for 9 hours or 8 hours, however long the episodes are, right? If you played a game for 8 hours, how much of the story could you cover, right?
Right.
But then that's a video game, you
Right,
know, and you can
right.
progress things. There's side stuff. Nobody sleeps. Nobody does anything. Well, then you have like a show where they're trying to expand on a majority of things, and so they get like the history, the background. But like episode 3, that was just them kind of organically creating something that wasn't there in the movie, like, because that's like in the game.
In the game,
It's
it's
like-
like you just go to the town, you get the note, and that's about it.
That's it. You just
Yeah.
know that they were together. That's
Yeah.
it. And then you're like, oh, like here's a whole lifetime what it would be like. I'm like, I thought that was perfect. The only gripe I have though is that, like, I wanted to see, and maybe this is just because I was kind of a Walking Dead fan, but like a little bit more of the day to day living kind of stuff, because like each episode kind of is like you're in the next town. You're in the next town.
Yep. It's
You
kind of
know.
like each chapter in the game, essentially.
Yeah, like The Walking Dead, you're always coming along to zombies, which I think they said, like, statistically, like, after a year, almost everybody would be infected, and it wouldn't matter anyway. But you wouldn't find them randomly in woods. Like, there just wouldn't be just everywhere, you know?
Right.
Which is The Walking Dead was, like, you had to look over your shoulder every second of the show. Whereas here, it's like, you could, like, gauge if there's any activity in town or something, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a good show, though. I would definitely recommend checking it. I think my favorite episode was the one right before the last episode. So what is it, episode 8? Because what, there were 9 episodes, I think there were.
Well, there was 9, right?
Yeah, I think there were
Okay.
9. So the one right before the last episode, episode 8, because like just the way that they did that, you know, with the dude who was the like the cult leader, cannibal guy.
yeah.
Like
That was
it was
crazy.
really good. I don't know,
Yeah.
that episode, it was just probably, like I said, my favorite of the series. But it was a good, really good show. We did finish that up. Excited for season 2. That won't be coming out for a couple years though. But I know what happens. I played the game, so
Same.
if you guys want spoilers, I'm just kidding.
No.
No.
No, you're gonna go through that like the rest of us.
I do. I don't. All right, we won't talk about it. But yeah, good show. Definitely,
It's poopy doops.
just poopy doops.
Poopy doops.
Definitely
But anyway.
worth checking out for sure.
Yeah. But what else? I mean, I've been watching My Hero Academia. They're almost done with season 6.
We did get a question. Speaking about My Hero and anime, we did get a question a couple videos back that I said maybe, spoiler alert, maybe would be a episode we could talk stuff, and they said post. We'll throw it up.
Funny,
right here.
that's today.
No, I guess it's today. We can throw it just right here. But it's for my sister, and it was just saying like name your top 5 animes.
And that's easy.
Like your top 5. I feel like it's harder. I could list like maybe in no particular order. I could probably list 5, but I feel like there's so many out there, and there's so many that I haven't seen like all the
I
way
know,
through.
but that's why it's your favorite.
yeah. I
All right,
I
go.
guess.
Name your 5.
Name my 5. I gotta go first.
now, yeah.
Oh man. I'd probably say Dragon Ball Z is on there, right? Dragon Ball Z, right? That whole franchise. Fairy Tail, definitely on there. Dude, and then I'm nervous, man.
Well, Pokemon.
I guess, yeah, Pokemon. I guess that counts as an anime, huh? I don't know. I never looked at that as like the traditional, anime.
I never did, but I wanted to make sure you said
Yes,
it because
yes,
you
yes.
are a Pokemon man.
Yeah. Pokemon was good. like the newer Pokemon, I think was a little better because they actually made like Ash competent. Like in the last one, he goes to fight, or like in the original, he fights Brock with a freaking Pikachu, like Onyx versus It's like, come on, man.
I mean, like, you're just going in there with the sheer will.
Yeah, like he sets off the sprinkler and then electrocutes the Onyx to win. It's like that you can't do that in the game.
No,
I tried.
Yeah. Rock Brown.
I Thundershocked so much I was using Struggle. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's 3. What would I say? Dude, I don't know, man. Let me look back. Do I have anything on my nope, I just got Dragon Ball Z and Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
Dang it. Gosh, I don't know. One I liked as a kid, Inuyasha was a pretty good one. I liked. There's this new one that I started watching. It's Is It Wrong to Pick Up Chicks in a Dungeon? I actually really like that one. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But I would just say I like anime, but I guess I haven't really explored a lot of anime.
Well,
you know?
in our buddy Boots or Joe,
yep,
he's a very big anime guy. So like
if you talk to him any day of the week, he's like, I'm catching up on anime.
Oh, absolutely. And we were talking about that. Like, it's like, okay, I've watched some anime. You know, like I haven't seen Dragon Ball Z, and you're like, cool. But then he's like, well, it's a decent isekai, and you're like, what?
What'd you call
me? Yeah, and they're like, take that back. And he's like, no, it's an isekai, and you're like, okay. You're like, yeah, that's that genre of anime. But there's slice of life. There's all these other ones, and you're like, oh shit, like I don't know anything about this. And then you know he got me hooked on a couple sites to like that. Just I already had like Crunchyroll, Funimation, you know, stuff like that. But like High Dive, and it's got other stuff. But yeah, it's one of those like you can actually start digging into it. So I've been just like going ham on like I'll give it. Now this might divide the room too. Side note, I only watch dubbed.
Oh, I watch dubbed. I can't read. I got to focus on one thing. If I'm focusing on reading, I'm not watching the show. If I'm watching the show, I can't focus on reading, and I can't understand.
And for me, and this is not meant to sound like I'm not trying to be mean in any way or whatever. It's just, again, like I said, I like it for the animation. I like the story. I like that stuff. I don't want to have to read while I'm trying to watch the animation, which is amazing, you know, and so you're like, you know, you're like trying to watch. I'm like, no,
it's like
I'd rather
you lose it.
And a majority of the anime stuff that I do watch, a lot of them are dubbed by a lot of the same people. So like, it's fun for me to find a voice.
Hey, that's Piccolo. Hey,
well, Christopher Sabat is by far. He has been in so many of the animes that I love, and if he is in it, I like it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's in it. And then it's like, okay. And then you find other characters that have same voices and stuff. It's just because, and this is just a really honest thing, is like, I don't speak Japanese. And so the tone, the inflection, all the stuff is so much, like, different, that and it's so much higher register that, like, if they were all talking at the same time, like, if I was just listening and wasn't watching the screen, I wouldn't know if a different person's talking. You know what I mean? Like I well, I mean, you know, like some of them are, you know, they're like lower, and then you have a lot of like higher pitched screaming ones. I don't know, but like if you have Piccolo, and then like Trunks talks, and then Goku talks, and you're like, I know exactly who all these voices are.
I can close my eyes and tell you.
But either way, so are you done? Are you gonna?
I mean, I don't like I said, I like anime, but I don't think I know enough or have watched enough to really have like a top.
We'll change that.
5, you know.
See, that's what's great though, is we can pick one or have our fans pick one.
I did start watching My Hero with you, and we got like. I mean, I would say decently far, like what 7, 8 episodes, something like that, you know, and then we just haven't sat down and watched it. We've been busy and stuff.
And I'm finishing up season 6.
Yes, and so you know, I can't sit and watch it. Spoilers, you know.
Yeah.
I liked watching Sailor Moon when I was a kid because they were like they'd get naked, and I mean not naked, but they transform, and you'd always like, like, am I gonna see something?
There it is.
Oh come on.
And that's when he came online at 13. Like,
yeah, right. Oh my.
Boobies.
I'm just trying to think what else.
The Ronin Warriors.
There was a Lupin the Third. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
Gundam.
That's an old school one. Lupin the Third. It's like he's like a master thief. And yeah, that one was pretty good. Cowboy Bebop, I used to watch that as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. was it Detective Conan? I think that one is
Yeah,
Case Closed.
that was
Case
the one you
Closed.
showed me.
That one is pretty interesting though. Like if you watch it, I liked that as a kid. But yeah, I guess like I don't know. Now, what was that sword one where you got transformed into a sword? That one was pretty cool.
I got reincarnated.
I got reincarnated as a sword or whatever it was. That one was pretty cool. I liked that one too.
There's so many of those though. Like when I was reincarnated as a slime, when I was reincarnated as some dude's brother. You know, like they was just like that's
some dude's brother.
It's insane.
And then
that one's really funny though.
Hang on, there was another one too that I was thinking that I was like, what's that? Is it called? Is it Overlord? I think that's the one where he's like they're in a game and then the server closes down and then like he's just sitting there and when he wakes up he's still in the game and he's not supposed to be, but he's,
because that's another one.
That's a pretty good one. I started watching that one and I was just like, oh, like that's a pretty good one too. So One Punch Man. I liked One Punch Man.
Yeah. Okay.
See, but it's like it's hard to think of these like on the spot, you know, and you don't think of them till later.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Those are just some of the ones I like. Like I said, I don't know if I could put them in a top 5, like in a specific order. What about you? What would you say?
Oh, my turn. Yeah. So
there is I do like
I'm just. So we're gonna go Dragon Ball Z.
Are these in specific order, or are you just naming 5?
I'm gonna go with the. I gotta go with the top. Yeah, I'm gonna order it. Okay. So for me, it'd be Dragon Ball Z, for sure. As far as like overall favorites, in order, yeah. It's probably because it's new, but it's definitely up there now for me. Is My Hero Academia easily solidified number 2 spot. One I'd bring out that it's out there and people have seen it. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Brotherhood.
My brother's super.
There is.
He has the tattoo.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Absolutely. I will be getting a lot of tattoos of things. That one by far. Talk about a story, the way they get through things, and Christopher Sabat is in that too. But so that was one. Now this is where it kind of differs a little bit because towards the end, you kind of got honorable mentions. Because I was thinking,
well, that's why I named like 20 of them.
I know, because if I was making my list and I was going 4, I think I would do, something to watch. God, I'd have to go with. Demon Slayer. I could say Demon Slayer. Because it's current. It's current right now. And I just like the animation style and stuff like that. But
what about that dumbbell one?
Well, and
that's what it called? How heavy are the dumbbells that you lift or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a workout one. That one's really funny. But yeah, as far as those, it'd be Demon Slayer, and then I'd think I'd put Fairy Tail on there because of how promising it is since we started watching it.
It's really good.
Because that's kind of my wheelhouse, right? Like I like the more story ones, but then again, if we're just doing honorable mentions in the other categories that I didn't know existed, I'd be like the what was the one, Food Wars.
I haven't watched that one. I think you've watched.
So I love cooking, and so I'm watching this and the way they prepare the food. I don't know what it is about Japanese animation and stuff like that, but they put so much care into the way they cook things and how they chop it. It's actually pretty real in how they're cooking. It's they're sautéing. It actually looks like they are, and it if you followed when the guy's cooking and did what he told you to do, you could actually make a meal.
Okay.
So it's actually interesting and
Was that the one where they get naked as they cook?
Well, so. His food tastes so good that you'll have a girl will do it and there's a little fan service of the and then there's this heavenly side shot and they're just wrapped in feathers naked this is the best stuff I've ever eaten, and you're that's a little much, but
you haven't tried cooking one of the recipes so you don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Happen,
you're right.
You could eat it and then all of a sudden you're laying in your bed naked oh my gosh.
My wife immediately, you're not watching that show anymore.
Yeah, right? Turn it off.
Yeah. But no, those, I think the Reincarnated as a Slime we watched, but the Sword one I think was pretty good. The dungeon one, I just don't care for that.
No,
I tried.
Is it wrong to pick up chicks in the dungeon?
Yeah, it's
I kind of liked it.
It's interesting.
I liked it, you know.
But yeah, just finding little things to watch. But that's where we should get recommendations. If there are people out there listening to this and they're like, "Hey, I like this," let us know. We'll easily just watch it. Maybe record ourselves watching it or something, and just getting like little clips in or whatever of what our take on it is or whatever.
Or yeah, I mean, like we could watch, you know, give us like a show and then give us like X amount of episodes till we're into it, right? Like so, like for Fairy Tail, I'd say like you gotta watch like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, but don't be like.
Don't be like
episode 15.
Don't be like One
really
Piece.
Takes off.
One Piece 962.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't why that Naruto. That's what like those two specifically for me are why they're not on my list. Dude, unless you started with it.
But yeah, I mean, just think
it's
like to catch up, man. Like to catch up.
So much.
There's over 1,000 something episodes of One Piece.
Yeah. And
to catch up on that, man, like
the entire Dragon Ball Z arc is like 286 episodes.
Mm-hmm. And
then you're saying One Piece
and like
is
84 of them
are
Namek blowing up.
Yeah. 6 episodes. 6 in a recap.
In 5 minutes, the planet's gonna explode.
Anytime now. Will he get off? We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Let us know like what animes you guys watch or like, and then give us like a like a you know, like, hey, give it 4 episodes and you'll be hooked, kind of thing, you know.
One thing I've been doing too is like just randomly going on and picking one.
Mm-hmm.
That's only got a season.
Yeah.
It's got one season.
Watch one season of it.
All right. 10 episodes. Let's just do it. Let's
Bang
just see.
them out.
They're like 29-minute or 22-minute episodes or whatever, and you're like, all right, it's 2 hours. I could watch them all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you guys are watching, what you think. Throw it down in the comments below. Head over, if you guys are listening on Spotify or another device, make sure you're heading over to the YouTube. Subscribe there. Help us out there. Follow us on the Spotify too. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Apple Podcasts will be up here soon, guys. I'm going to get that up. I'll get it going. Also looked, and there's Google Podcasts too, so we can get on that. And then look out for those clips. Look out for the TikTok clips, the Instagram Reels, and the YouTube Shorts. Look at those coming out soon. But yeah, man, look, just start looking for that stuff. Make sure you're following us on all the platforms. Help show us some support. Make sure you guys are sharing the episodes too. Like any interaction with the videos and you know, stuff is super awesome. And I think at the end of the day, like our biggest goal is just to put a smile on someone's face, make you laugh. Yeah. Right? I mean,
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, and for us, I mean, it's, again, you know, we're using this platform to discuss like our lives, things like that, but it is, you know, it's about our lives as parents and things we got to go through, and sometimes we'll go through backstories of birth stories, sometimes we'll you know, talk about
just shoot the bull on you know, other things. So
but that's where, you know, that's what it's about, just kind of hanging out, and hopefully you enjoy listening to us, maybe on the way to work, maybe on the way home from work,
maybe at work, you know, whatever,
maybe at work, you know, but we enjoy it, we appreciate everything. But
yeah, no, thank you, thanks thanks for the support we've gotten so far. Let's just keep growing, guys. That's the plan, you know. And yeah, like I said, share it with someone who you think will enjoy it. Other than that, I don't know. I think we can probably wrap her up, huh? What do you think?
Well, I know I didn't.
I know. That's
sorry, poor joke.
Poor joke.
Turn it off. And good night.
But yeah, shout out Joe Rogan podcast.
Yes. Yep. Two Bears, One Cave. I just watched the David Cross one last night. Yeah. Hilarious.
Again, guys, like I said, if you ever want us
on, just a two-spotter.
If you ever find our small little podcast,
like if we just did this for like a second, like 10 seconds of just having Bert and just be like, hey.
Yeah.
And then he's
like
just
a FaceTime.
Love what you do, and then just that's it.
Or you guys suck, amazing. And then hang up.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that too. You know?
Any news is good news.
Yeah, right.
Any news is good news.
That's what I'll say. But yeah, shout out you guys. Like I said, we can maybe show you something, teach you something. Probably not, but you know.
We'd love to try.
Never know till you try, right?
We'd love to try.
Wink. All right, everybody.
All right,
you guys all take it easy. We'll catch you next time.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Oops, wrong screen.
Shit.
All right, yeah, so tell me the bowl thing again.